Making headlines. Auditor General NIAS underscores the crucial importance of good financial reports to effectively implement fiscal reforms. Minister of Construction states that the temporary drainage systems being installed will assist in reducing the challenges faced by residents during the rainy season. And the Met Office issues a warning against strong winds and rough seas, urging individuals, particularly seafarers, to exercise cautionary measures.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to PSMNEWS in English. I'm Ahmed, your host for the afternoon. Auditor General Hussein Niaz underscores the crucial importance of good financial reports to effectively implement fiscal reforms. Speaking at the ceremony held to launch the Maldives Sustainability Reporting Framework, Auditor General Niaz emphasized the vulnerable financial situation of the Maldives, assuring that efforts are currently underway to overcome this situation. He highlighted the necessity of submitting strong financial reports and auditing financial transactions in order to reduce costs sustainably. Niaz revealed that efforts are being exerted to complete significant audit reports by the end of this month, adding that the auditing works related to the government's financial statements report of 2023 is nearing completion. During the ceremony, the Maldives Sustainability Reporting Framework was launched. This framework was introduced by the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, in collaboration with the Capital Market Development Authority, CMDA. The government has been exerting several efforts to improve the financial situation of the economy. As such, it has informed state-owned enterprises, SOEs, to lower expenditures, maintaining good relations with investors, and securing financial assistance from international financial authorities and foreign countries. The Ministry of Fisheries and Ocean Resources reveals that applications for the Fishermans Day Awards are now open. This year, the 44th Fishermans Day will be celebrated in the capital, Mala City, with plans to hold next year's festivities on an island. The awards will recognize fishermen who are solely engaged in fishing and do not earn income from other sources. The categories include the most dedicated young fishermen under 35 and the most experienced fishermen among those over 35. Interested applicants can download the application form from the Fisheries Ministry's website. The deadline for submissions is November 7 at 2 p.m. The applications can be sent to the Ministry and may be submitted by individuals or on behalf of others. Fisherman's Day is celebrated annually on December 10, with last year's event also held in the capital city. Minister of Construction and Infrastructure Dr. Abdullah Muttalib states that the temporary drainage systems being installed will assist in reducing the challenges faced by residents during the rainy season until the Mala City's road construction funded by a grant from the Chinese government is completed. In a social media post, Mr. Dr. Muttalib revealed that temporary drainage systems have been set up near West Park and the Villingili Ferry Terminal and the area surrounding Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital IGMH following the directives issued by President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu. The minister stated that this initiative aims to reduce the challenges households face in daily activities due to flooding. He noted that the project is carried out by the ministry in collaboration with the Maldives National Defence Force (MNDF) and the Road Development Corporation (RDC). Highlighting that the works pertaining to the installation of the drainage systems commenced on May 10, Minister Dr. Muttalib revealed that government's plans of installing these systems in 5 key locations. Of these, the drainage systems have currently been installed in 3 locations. Additionally, Minister Dr. Muttalib acknowledged that this was not a permanent solution to address the flooding issues. However, the minister stated that the drainage systems will play a significant role in mitigating flooding until the road development of Mala City is completed. He further stated that the ministry will continue to monitor and ensure maintenance of the stormwater management systems situated in various locations of Mala city. Maldives National Defence Force MNDF Fire and Rescue Services have revealed that the temporary drainage systems installed in Mala city have considerably improved the efficiency of flood drainage efforts. The government announced that work on the drainage systems commenced on May 9, aimed at reducing flooding until the city's road construction financed by a grant from the Chinese government is completed. The roads in Mala city are susceptible to flooding during the rainy season, leading to water damage in some homes. The vicinity around the Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital IGMH, which was among the most flood-prone locations in the city during the rainy season, remained unaffected with the latest developments. Similar improvements were noted in two other locations near West Park and the Villingil Ferry Terminal. Although these areas had flooded in the past, the temporary drainage measures showed a positive impact. The Maldives National Defence Force MNDF reported that the new drainage system has improved the efficiency of flood management operations. Head of the Mala Fire Station, Lieutenant Ahmad Firshan, stated that MNDF can now carry out flood drainage more effectively with fewer pumps. Public feedback on the temporary drainage system has been positive, with individuals expressing that these systems have been essential in preventing flooding even during light rain. Efforts to tackle flooding issues are being led by MNDF in collaboration with the Ministry of Defence and the Ministry of Construction, following directives from President Dr. Mohammad Moise. The Road Development Corporation (RDC) is tasked with implementing these initiatives, focusing on the city's most flood-prone areas. Maldives Meteorological Service (Met Office) has issued a warning against strong winds and rough seas during the ongoing rainy season, urging individuals, particularly seafarers, to exercise cautionary measures. According to the Met Office, strong gusts of wind and turbulent seas are anticipated until sunset. As such, atolls situated in the north and central region are expected to experience winds from the west, and southwest are expected to range between 17 and 27 miles per hour. Atolls located in the southern region are expected to experience wind speeds ranging from 10 to 20 miles per hour, while gusts of wind are forecasted to vary between ranging 45 miles per hour to 55 miles per hour in the clouds. As strong winds are forecasted, the Met Office has warned against rough seas nationwide. It stated that the sea level is expected to rise for the northern and central region between 3 and 6 feet. Hence, the Met Office urged all individuals, especially seafarers, to be cautious due to the unfavorable weather conditions and seek the latest weather updates before traveling. Furthermore, the Met Office disclosed that the average and maximum wind speeds recorded over the past 24 hours indicate that the strongest winds reaching 65 miles per hour were recorded in Dharavandu, Ba Atoll. Wind speeds across Mala City, Kaf Atoll were recorded at 56 miles per hour, while Gafur, Kaf Atoll followed with winds recorded at 52 miles per hour. While the Maldives has been experiencing adverse weathers in various periods, the current weather patterns are attributed to the southwest monsoon. The Met Office expects the weather conditions to improve from October 14 onwards. Maldives Inland Revenue Authority (MIRA) reveals that the state revenue for September reached 149 million rupiah, marking a significant increase of 28.7% over the projected revenue for the month. This amount also reflects a 93.1% rise compared to the revenue generated during the same period last year. The latest statistics publicized by MIRA indicates that goods and services tax (GST) were the primary contributors to state revenue, accounting for 44.5% of the total, contributing $66 million. Tourism land rent was the second largest contributor, generating $23 million or 15.7% of the total revenue. Additionally, The statistics indicate that Mira collected $14.9 million as lease period extension fees, $9.6 million as income tax, and $6.6 million as airport development fee. Other taxes and fees amounted to $26.6 million. Mira also reported that state revenue received in dollars totaled $102.05 million. Mira attributed the revenue increase in September compared to the previous year to several factors, including higher revenue from GST, TGST, and leased resorts. It noted that the rise in lease period extension fees and land acquisition and conversion fees also contributed to the overall increase in state revenue. Last year, Mira collected GST and rental payments of resorts on October 23rd as the initial deadline coincided with a public holiday. Mira indicated that the unchanged deadlines for this year were a factor in the greater revenue received in September compared to last year. Additionally, the 13th Amendment to the Tourism Act, which extended the resort lease period extension fee to 99 years, also played a significant role in boosting revenue. Moreover, the number of tourist arrivals in September exceeded expectations by 8.1%, further enhancing the revenue collected. A recent study by the Maldives National University highlights the lack of access to the Asanda scheme for home-based healthcare services as a significant issue for the elderly. The nationwide survey assessed senior citizens' perceptions of living healthily and with dignity in the Maldives. Key findings indicate that seniors face numerous challenges, including limited access to essential health services and a shortage of specialized healthcare professionals. Despite efforts over the past decade to improve the status of older adults in society, these initiatives have not yielded significant results. The study also identified broader societal issues such as a lack of safe outdoor spaces, insufficient respect for the elderly, and missed opportunities for seniors to share their skills with younger generations. Many older adults reported feelings of loneliness and a disconnect from family and community, as youth often prioritize technology over interpersonal interactions. Additionally, the survey pointed out that councils are not adequately catering to the needs of the elderly, leaving them with few opportunities for social engagement and healthy activities. To enhance the quality of life for seniors, the study recommends strengthening social connections, offering community health services through Asanda, ensuring a steady supply of essential medications, providing psychological support, and raising awareness of the physical and mental changes that come with aging. The report urges for the swift adoption of laws to protect the rights and needs of older citizens, especially as projections indicate that by 2054, a significant portion of the population will be elderly. Managing Director of Maldives Islamic Bank, MIB Mufaddal Idris Kumri, reveals the bank's plans to offer financial advisory programs tailored for guest houses. Speaking to PSMNEWS at the launch of the Maldives Guest House Symposium 2024, Mufaddal highlighted that MIB is already providing various financing options for guest houses. To further support this sector, he said that dedicated teams will be appointed to assist guest houses in managing their transactions with the bank. He emphasized that future programs will focus on providing financial guidance, including cost reduction strategies. He also noted that the symposium presents an opportunity for industry stakeholders to exchange ideas and discuss the guest house sector. Meanwhile, Chief Business Officer of MIB, Hamad Rashid Hussain, said that the goal of the symposium is to foster connections between investors and guest house operators. He said that the event is aimed at identifying challenges within the sector and facilitating discussions to find solutions. He also said that the attendees include representatives from the Guest House Association, guest house operators, labor boards, suppliers, and international investors. The participants of the symposium also shared their insight with PSMNEWS, expressing that the event offers a valuable platform to discuss areas for improvement in the guest house industry and enhance service quality. The participants also emphasized the importance of collaboration among local stakeholders for regional development. The Maldives Guest House Symposium 2024 is the first of its kind and will become an annual event. This year's symposium will host over 150 attendees, including guest house owners, employees, investors, and travel agents. Wall Street's main indexes closes lower as investors look to higher than expected inflation and unemployment claims for indications on the health of the U.S. economy and the path for interest rates.
The closely watched Consumer Price Index rose 0.2% on a monthly basis in September and 2.4% on an annual basis, with both figures being slightly higher than estimated by economists polled by Reuters. The core figure, which excludes volatile food and energy prices, rose 3.3% year-over-year versus an estimate of 3.2%. In a separate report released, jobless claims also rose to 258,000 for the week ending October 5th versus an estimate of 230,000. After the economic data, traders were pricing in a roughly 80% probability that the Federal Reserve will cut rates by 25 basis points at its meeting in November, and a roughly 20% chance it would leave rates unchanged, according to CME's FedWatch. Atlanta Federal Reserve Bank President Raphael Bostic said he would be totally comfortable skipping an interest rate cut at an upcoming meeting of the U.S. Central Bank, adding that the choppiness in recent data on inflation and employment may warrant leaving rates on hold in November. Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee said he sees gradual rate cuts over the next year and a half, while the New York Fed's John Williams said he still sees rate reductions ahead. According to preliminary data, the S&P 500 lost 11.99 points or 0.21% to end at 5,780.05 points, while the Nasdaq Composite lost 9.57 points or 0.052% to 18,282.05. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 57.88 points or 0.14% to 42,454.12. Both the S&P 500 and the Dow had notched record closing highs in the previous day's session.
Smoke was seen rising above the Beirut suburbs on October 11 after fresh Israeli strikes hit the Lebanese capital.
Lebanese authorities said that Israeli strikes killed 22 people and injured more than 100 in central Beirut on Thursday, as a senior Hezbollah official evaded an Israeli assassination attempt in the city. In Lebanon's south, 2 United Nations peacekeepers were injured when an Israeli tank fired at a watchtower at the force's main headquarters in Aqara, prompting the UN to say its personnel were facing increasing danger. The conflict between Israel and Hezbollah erupted 1 year ago when the Iranian-backed group opened fire in support of Palestinian militant group Hamas at the start of the Gaza war. It had intensified dramatically in recent weeks, with Israel bombing Beirut's southern suburbs, the south and the Bekaa Valley, and killing many of Hezbollah's top leaders. Security sources said that Waqif Safa, who heads Hezbollah's liaison and coordination unit responsible for working with Lebanese security agencies, was targeted by Israel on Thursday night but survived. The Israeli strikes hit a densely packed residential neighborhood of apartment buildings and small shops in the heart of Beirut. Israel did not issue evacuation warnings ahead of the strikes and had not previously attacked the area, which is removed from Beirut's southern suburbs, where Hezbollah's headquarters have been repeatedly bombed by Israel. According to the Lebanese government, Israeli strikes have killed at least 2,169 people in Lebanon over the last year. The majority people have been killed since September 23rd, when Israel expanded its military campaign. Lebanese authorities and Hezbollah have endorsed a ceasefire as a means to end the conflict, but diplomats fear that diplomacy has taken a backseat to military operations. Lebanon's acting UN ambassador told the council that only diplomatic solutions and the implementation of international resolutions, the commitment to international law and international humanitarian law is the means to end this war and this aggression.
Bangladesh fielding coach Nick Potts said on Friday that he was assessing the team's performance in terms of learning after losing the series against India, whom he touted as the best team in the world.
Potts also added the team was looking to solidify roles for the players, including 26-year-old Mehdi Hassan Miraz, after the exit of giants like Shakib Al Hassan and Muhammadullah from the T20 format at the international stage. Appreciating his team's performance efforts in the past year, Potts said he remained focused on honest learning, keeping in view upcoming tournaments, including the Champions Trophy.
You guys generally go good, bad, win, lose. We have a very different way of looking at things. You know, we're playing against India, who's the best team in the world. So if we're going to measure pure outcome, then there's a lot of countries that come to India that have bad tours. But what you have to measure is the learning.
India's assistant coach credited the team's success to the newfound depth in the batting and bowling lineups.
We want to know where everyone stands in Indian cricket, and it's good to see the depth we've had so far. There's guys who can fill multiple roles, which are so important for balance depending on where we play.
India crushed Bangladesh by 86 runs in the second 2020 international in New Delhi on Wednesday to take an unassailable 2-0 lead in the three-match series. Hyderabad will host the last match of the series today.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk showcases a long-awaited robotaxi with two gull-wing doors and no steering wheel or paddles, and surprised with RoboVan, betting on a shift in focus from low-priced mass-market cars to robotic vehicles.
At a glitzy unveiling, Musk reached the stage in a cybercab to be produced from 2026, eventually in high volume and priced under $30,000. He then introduced the RoboVan, which can carry up to 20 people, though offered few details. But Musk, who has a record of missing projections and himself said he tended to be optimistic with time frames, did not say how quickly Tesla could ramp up robotaxi production, clearly inevitable regulatory hurdles, or implement a business plan to leapfrog robotaxi rivals such as Alphabet's Waymo. Analysts and industry experts said establishing robotaxis could take years, particularly due to ensuring safety and reliability. They pointed to accidents as well as the difficulty that technology has responding to scenarios such as inclement weather, complex intersections, and pedestrian behavior. But Musk, wearing a leather jacket and addressing crowds, said autonomous cars could be 10 times safer than humans and drive 5 to 10 times longer.
It'll save lives, like a lot of lives, and prevent injuries. I think we'll see autonomous cars become 10 times safer than a human.
Musk had previously said he planned to operate a fleet of self-driving Tesla taxis that passengers can hail through an app. Individual Tesla owners would also be able to make money on the app by listing their vehicles as robotaxis.
So we'll move from supervised full self-driving to unsupervised full self-driving, where the car, you could fall asleep and wake up at your destination.
Tesla is at a risk of posting its first ever decline in deliveries this year, as buying incentives have failed to attract enough customers to its aging EV lineup, showed Reuters calculations based on a third quarter earnings. Price cut meant to offset high interest rates have also squeezed profit margins. Several companies attempting to crack the robotaxi market have suffered billions of dollars in loss, forcing some to shut shop.
That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day ahead. Bye-bye.
PSMගේ TV channel